Hey guys, Maxie Price RV. I want to show you guys my absolute favorite micro light floor plan. This is a Flagstaff, premium quality, top of the line travel trailer. The Flagstaff, the micro light means that it's a 21 to 25 foot travel trailer. It's lightweight, easy to tow, gives you all the features that you know and expect from a Flagstaff camper, plus a lot more, guys. Let's take a look at this 25MBR. This is the hottest selling floor plan that Flagstaff has, and truly you're about to see why. Let's start here on the outside. This has the PSX2 stabilizing system. So you just push the button, you hear that noise? That's the sound of it doing all the work for you right there, guys. It's stabilizing that. On the outside here in the storage compartment, you have a nice size refrigerator. And so that's super cool to be able to have that right outside here. Very, very convenient. And I love the look. This is a 2026 with all of the model year changes for 2026. This fiberglass exterior, this is a white fiberglass, and this is actually not a decal. This is the color of the fiberglass. And so it's color infused fiberglass, which means that it is that color all the way through that layer of fiberglass. And so if you ever got too close to a tree limb or you got to scratch this on it, it's going to scratch this color. It's not going to be an ugly white scratch mark. It's going to scratch the same color as this if that ever did happen. Same thing with the white right here. It's color infused with that white color. And I just think that is super cool. So on the Flagstaff, you have really nice looking aluminum wheels. And if you look close, you'll see that that is a Goodyear Endurance tire. It's not one of these foreign made tires that you got to worry about exploding on you. It is a real Goodyear, and it has tire pressure monitoring system built into those wheels as well. So you'll have, with all of the Flagstaffs, you'll have a remote tire pressure sensor that you can put in the car with you while you're towing, and you can actually see what's going on with your tire pressures to help you avoid any kind of blowout, to prevent damage, prevent delays and problems on your trip. So I know that you guys will love to have that. This right here is a mount where we can attach a griddle or an outside grill. And right here under the awning, you have a setup where you can plug in and do an outdoor TV. You can plug that in, put a table here. You can put a table attachment right here. You can set your table up right there, or you can do the grills like we talked about earlier. This is a spot right here. If you want to hang a TV, you can hang your TV right there. You have frameless windows on all of your Flagstaff models, except for the hybrids, but this is not a hybrid. So you have the frameless windows right here, which really add to a nice, sleek look. Now, stepping up inside the camper, you have a full grab handle right here. This is a Stromberg grab handle, and so this is really convenient for getting up inside here. When you have one of the pull-out handles right here, they're flimsy, they move around. This is very solid and secure. Gives you a really nice entryway. This is my favorite floor plan that Flagstaff manufactures. This is a micro light 25MBR. I know that you're going to love it. It looks even better in person than what it looks like inside this video. So on something like this, if your credit score is in the ballpark of 700 with about 10% down, you can be under $400 a month on a travel trailer this nice. And truly, that is just unbelievable. So lots of things that they do. You've already seen a ton of the features that they have, but check this out. I've not seen another travel trailer where not only do they have the gas struts right here, the hidden hinges on the inside, but when you close it, your overhead cabinets, look at that, soft close. I'm gonna do it again just so you can see it. So when you close it, hands off, soft close, just like that. Same thing with your drawers right here, just like in your house. Here's your tire pressure monitor system. It comes with your Flagstaff that sets up in your truck. But when I go to close that, look at that, soft close. Solid surface countertop. So most RVs that you go into, they have a thermofoil countertop. And what that is a MDF countertop, and it's wrapped with that thermofoil vinyl material. And so it looks like solid surface. It's imitation solid surface. But what happens is if you're cooking right here, you take a hot pot and you set it on the competition's countertop, you're going to get a huge burn because it's not actually solid surface. This is real solid surface. You can put a hot pot or pan up on this and it's not going to burn that countertop. So that's something that you're really going to use a lot. This Magic Chef oven right here is an oversized oven. So it's bigger than standard. And you can strike the oven from right here, which is super nice. So you can do all that right here. You can set all that, strike it right there. You got the Magic Chef microwave, solid wood cabinet doors in here. This is no thermofoil, no sticker. This is actually a painted hardwood, this right there, guys. So you don't have to worry about, like you see in some of the competitors, how when water gets in, these things swell and they look bad after a year or two. If you go in a 10-year-old Flagstaff, if somebody's taking decent care of it, it's going to look just like it did when it rolled off the showroom floor. And so if you want something that's going to last, look no further than this Flagstaff product. This has a 5/8 inch thick tongue and groove plywood floor decking that's screwed down and glued down to the frame. And so guys, what that means is real plywood can get wet. It just can't stay wet for a long time. The competition is using OSB, which is essentially particle board. And if water ever gets in it, it's over. It's toast. It's going to crack, swell, bust. It's got a big problem. But the Flagstaff, they do it different. They build it with quality materials and quality craftsmanship. So at the Flagstaff plant, every plant manufacturer that works there started out on the assembly line, actually building the travel trailers. And they've had to work their way up from a line worker to running the plant. And so the people that are working there in the factory not only know what they're doing, they've experienced it hands-on. And that's the kind of craftsmanship that you want. Most of the people that have been there 5, 10, 15, 20 years. They even have multiple generations from the same family working in some of their plants. So there's only 850 people in Indiana where these are manufactured, up in Amish country in Millersburg. But I think essentially everybody in the entire town works at Flagstaff. And so it's super cool how they're able to do that. This is a Magic Chef 12-volt refrigerator. It's an oversized refrigerator. And right here, you have a pull-out freezer with a removable tray. And so you have a huge deep freezer. You got tons of storage space inside that refrigerator, and it's 12 volt. And so what that means is that you can actually run the refrigerator and the freezer for 3 days just on a charge of the battery. But you also have solar panel prep on all of the Flagstaffs. And so what's super cool about that is you can keep this thing charged up almost indefinitely, guys. And so I know that you guys are going to love using that. Let's see, what else do they do in Flagstaff? There's so much. So a lot of manufacturers have switched over to the same vinyl flooring right here and using that on the slide. But what happens is if you go through and you look at that flooring that's in the slide when they use the vinyl isn't heavy enough. And so it curls up on the ends and has a memory. This stuff is the same material that they use in pontoon boats. And so it's a lot thicker, and it's just a really nice, it's a lot more expensive material to put in a slide out floor, but that's what they do. This is the Millersburg collection furniture, and it's got a phone charger right here. You can put your phone right there, it'll charge it. This flips up, you have storage space in there, and it is a recliner. And so this pulls up, it kicks back, and so you got a ton of space. And what I love is I'm looking directly across at the 12-volt TV. And so that is a 12-volt TV, and what that means is that you can run that TV just from your battery on your RV. Another thing that they're doing is 6-sided aluminum. So if you want to talk about well constructed, look no further than the Flagstaff. This is 6-sided aluminum construction. So here in the ceiling, you have a bonded roof, and so what that means is it's super strong. Here in your slide out, you have a bonded slide roof, and you have bonded slide walls. And so you can hit those, not cause any damage. It's well insulated, and it's extremely strong. And so you want to talk about quality, this is it. Look no further. And like I said, if you've got around a 700 credit score with 10% down, you can be under $400 a month on a camper like that. Unbelievable. You have a queen size bed with an east to west slide. And so what that means is this has a slide goes east to west, and you have a huge comfortable bed. Now, something that Flagstaff does that's different than everybody else in the industry is up underneath your bed, instead of being wood framed, look, you have a ton of storage, but also it's aluminum framed all the way around the bed. And so if you're a bigger person and you're worried about those 1x wood framing that you see in all the other RVs holding you up, well, you don't have to worry about that in the Flagstaff, because this is all aluminum, which is extremely strong all the way around. So tons of storage space here in the bedroom. You got cabinets everywhere. They have really utilized all of the space efficiently inside. So you have drawers here, but right here in this section is your hanging closet. And it also has a washer dryer prep. And so what other 25-foot travel trailer can you get washer dryer prep? I don't know of one, but this thing has it. It's absolutely awesome. Here in the bathroom, you have a really nice spacious bathroom in a 25-foot travel trailer. You got towel storage on the sides. You have storage here as well. And you have additional storage up underneath the sink. And you have a real porcelain toilet, not a plastic toilet, and a big shower, right guys? And so inside the shower, I'm 6 feet tall. And so inside the shower, you have a skylight, and I'm not even touching. So you have tons of room right here, guys. So this is a Flagstaff LITE 25MBR made in Millersburg, Indiana. It's available here at Maxie Price RV. Like I said, less than 10% down, around a 700 credit score, less than $400 a month. You can't beat it. I can't wait to see you and your family here at the dealership.